We don't call a special session unless we have a very specific agenda that has some urgency to it. And the reason this started is because we have such high prices of food, of gasoline, and so people are struggling with just making ends meet because of those inflationary pressures. And so we wanted to take some steps to get money back to the taxpayers. And of course, there's a little bit of debate as to the best way to do that. And we think the best way is simply to lower the tax rate effective January 2022. That way, people can immediately see a change in their take-home pay if they make the adjustments. And so we want to accelerate our individual tax cut so that we reduce it to a 4.9% effective immediately this year. And we would lower also the corporate income tax that would help businesses. We would accelerate these tax cuts. And we'd also, as part of this, we want to make sure everybody gets some benefit. And so we would have a $150 individual tax credit for those that are making $87,000 and below. And so it's a very balanced tax relief package that we're putting into place. And we can do this because our government has collected more revenues than what we need to provide for services. And we, as you said, have a very large surplus.
Now, I know that there's some lawmakers hesitant about doing anything. They're, expecting maybe a recession to come and a little worried about spending money or providing these tax cuts. So what do you say to them who may push back a little bit?
Well, that's a good question, and it's hard to know what the economic future is like. We just had our revenue report in Arkansas, and our revenues continue to come in a very strong fashion. We actually had a $26 million budget surplus the first month, which was July of this fiscal year. And so all the indications are that our revenues will continue to come in. But regardless, we have not only a surplus, and the surplus means that we have collected $1.6 billion more in tax revenue from the taxpayers of Arkansas than we need for our ongoing provision of services. Now, we also have a reserve account of $1.2 billion. And so just to put it in perspective, when I became governor, we had $0 in savings. We started budgeting savings with the legislature, and gradually that increased to where it's $1.2 billion, which is 20% of our entire budget. So that's our rainy day fund. That's our in the event that there's an economic downturn, we have to dip into that. We have the reserves to make sure we can pay our teachers, we can provide for public safety and our state police. And so we have that reserve fund. And so for legislators or anyone else that's concerned about next year, and if we have a recession, we have, with these tax cuts, even with those, we'll be budgeting a surplus. And we have $1.6 billion in reserve. That will be spent down some, but we're going into next year with the largest surplus in the history of Arkansas. No governor has turned over the next administration $2 billion in reserve funds. And so we're very healthy from the state standpoint. What we've got to be concerned about is not the state, but the individual taxpayers and workers in Arkansas that are struggling. And they have to have this tax relief that puts more money in their pocket, never enough to cover the increase in gasoline prices, but it'll help. And so that's the motivation. That's why it's important. And that's why we're having a special session. And if we waited until next January to do this kind of tax relief, then the workers are just going to continue to struggle for a longer period of time without this relief.
All right, Governor Hutchinson, we'll be back in 2 minutes to get more on this special session and what you're hoping to get out of it. Thanks for joining us here on 4029 News on the Record. We'll be right back.